as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks. Fielded about a yard deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff to Mixon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
And now it's Rosen looking. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, the Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Play action now. Brissett. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down again.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1 yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
And taken right at the 35. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
That's good for the Seahawks. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Move. 3 down, 3 down.
Here's a give to Mixon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ringo. It's just me and you. It's just guys.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Now a 1st carry for LeGarrette Blount. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 4-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Hey, quarter. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now Joe Mixon. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
It's our time. It's our time.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. From the 30 on 2nd down. Brissett caught by Gates, left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett. It's complete to Golden Tate. Golden Tate's gonna go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Golden Tate, 68 yards. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
4 down, check, 4 down. Hey, alert.
Rosen will throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Screen pass to Blunt. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think they got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Got his target, Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Blunt. And he'll go down at the 28. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
I got you.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Brissett. Over the middle, complete to Tate. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Bengals.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the handoff, it's Cohen.
That's where you belong.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. It's brought in left side by Tate. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. From the gun, here's Brissett. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra, even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Lady. Strong right. Hey.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now it's Rosen. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, a give to Mixon. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They come up in an offset eye. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Rosen looking to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Hunter Henry as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Point after, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Single. 35, 35.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Single.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Slam.
Mixon. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. touchdown Seattle. Joe Mixon, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
I'm trying to collect.
Brissett sets to throw it. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 39-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Tighten up,
Brissett now on second down. Looking sideline, incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Hey, lady. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll begin here with Blount. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
50 seconds to Mike. Watch the sled. Watch the sled. Kill.
Room here to run. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Curtis Samuel taking it in. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Rip left.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. 10, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tariq Cohen, 75 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
They'll get it to Dixon, running left. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here's Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Tate. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. And it's the 49ers scoring again to open up their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On play action, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Dixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Rosen now off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Blunt. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Championships, baby.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tate.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Dixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. On the give, this is their fullback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
That's the way.
They'll run again with Blunt. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Blunt. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for Seattle. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Come on, set. Ain't together. I'm coming for you.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they do it anyway.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down throw for Brissett. Pass incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. That'll bring up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
53.
A second down throw for Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt and in a big way.
Now Dixon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Double time. 4 down.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they will take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
That's 9:57. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Seahawks, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance.